I'm an avid reader, so I had already read the book. I read the book when it first came out, and I loved it so much, and I thought this would make a stunning film. And then I thought there was no way that I would ever be cast in it. And I put the book away, and I recommended it to everybody that I knew who was looking for a good new book. And flash forward to, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years later, the offer came through, and I jumped. I was so thrilled and pleased. I didn't even know at the time who I was going to be playing yet. They didn't even get that out. I just said yes. I just want to be in the movie. So when I found out that it was Noni, I was just, I loved her character in the book. I really thought what an amazingly complex, beautiful, even though she was described as unattractive, the unattractive twin, something about her spirit to me was absolutely stunningly beautiful, and I loved her in the book, and so I was really honored that I was able to bring her to life on screen. Well, we didn't have a lot of prep time in Nigeria at all. When we got to Nigeria, we were filming, so we had 2 weeks of mishaps and waiting for equipment to come that hadn't gotten there, and all that kind of things that happen when you do things overseas. And I was in Calabar for 2 months working on the film. So essentially, all of the research that I got came sort of directly from the book. And then I found documentaries that I watched on the Biafran War because I didn't know anything about it, and then I listened a lot to people around me, just watched the rhythms of the way people walked and moved and interacted with each other. But it was interesting because, I was playing somebody at a totally different time period and very, very upper class and rich and British, even though she was Nigerian. So it was a very interesting situation, but I just tried to take in as much of Nigeria as I could through osmosis almost, and being there and being out and amongst the people of the town, the state, as much as possible. I think it was very interesting because my accent is a British accent, and it's a very crisp and older British accent. And I didn't have anyone around me speaking that way. No one. So I had Brits in the cast, but they don't really talk like that. So it was very interesting creating this dialect with no one around me who spoke in that way, and hearing all these beautiful, rich African tones and being like, oh, no, can't hear that. Because I have to stay on this path. So that was really, really interesting and challenging, because when you're doing a dialect, what you really want is to be able to be somewhere and be immersed in it and hear it all the time, because it allows you to get it in your body in a different way. But I did not have that luxury, so it was just a matter of hard work and drilling and watching some old movies, old British flicks, and BBC-ing myself to death when the BBC came through. I've been lucky. I've been able to play several different African cultures in my career, and Nigeria is such a rich and stunningly rich culture that I was just really pleased to be able to be there and take it in such a way where it wasn't like a drive-by type of shooting, where I really got to spend time and be in the market and be quiet, because there were times, depending on how I was dressed, if I was quiet, I could just blend in and be a part of what was the world and what was the everyday working, walking world. And I tried to do that as much as possible. But I found it to be an amazing experience, and I was very happy to be there.